Okay, hello students. So now let's continue the topic that we were discussing there in our last video. So we are going to discuss now aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Okay. So now see here what happens that aerobic respiration, where actually it takes place, as we have discussed, in the cytoplasm of the cell and also in the mitochondria. There are two steps of aerobic respiration, two steps of breaking down of food. The first step that takes place in the cytoplasm. Okay, so suppose food A that is broken down into food B, that takes place in cytoplasm. The next step is happened in the mitochondria. What happens? This food B, which is broken down, that undergo inside mitochondria, it is broken down further to release the ATP energy. Okay, there are two steps involved in aerobic respiration. Now remember one thing: oxygen is present only in mitochondria. There is no oxygen in cytoplasm for this purpose. For the second step of breaking down of food, oxygen involved in mitochondria. Okay, this is what aerobic respiration. In case of anaerobic respiration, the food broken down in the cytoplasm only. There is no role of mitochondria here. Okay, in the cytoplasm it takes place, and obviously in the absence of oxygen. Okay, now let us see the equations. Through the equations, let us understand this. See, aerobic respiration takes place by it is used up by all the living organism. You can say 99% of living organism, they undergo aerobic respiration for the living. But there are some organisms, like there are fungi, some fungi like yeast and all. There are some bacteria which undergo anaerobic respiration for their livelihood. Let us see aerobic respiration. What happens? The glucose needs to be broken down with the help of oxygen, right? In case of us, in case of other animals, plants, everywhere we see this step. Okay, in case of plants also, remember, plants, human being, other animals, glucose is broken down with the help of oxygen, and ultimately it produces CO2, that is carbon dioxide plus water, and then O2. CO2. CO2 is there, ATP, energy is produced here. Okay, so now this CO2 which is produced, it is going to diffuse out in the environment, atmosphere. This ATP which is produced as a result of aerobic respiration is 38 ATP molecules produced, huge amount. Now in case of anaerobic respiration, what happens? The glucose needs to be broken down, but we will not write oxygen here because oxygen is not used here. This is anaerobic respiration where glucose is broken down further, and it produces now different types of products we will discuss now. Ethanol, okay, CO2 and ATP. Okay, this is the product in case of fungi like yeast. They produces ethanol and carbon dioxide as a result of anaerobic respiration. This carbon dioxide is utilized in the bakeries, where the carbon dioxide is used to make the bread soft and fluffy. The ethanol which is used in the brewers industry, or you can say beverage industries, okay, it is used to make the alcohol or the soft drinks. So ethanol chemically is alcohol. So this is what the commercial utilization of the fungi or the yeast. Okay, these products are utilized. Now there are bacteria also undergo anaerobic respiration. For example, there is one bacteria called Lactobacillus. This is a bacteria which is found in the milk, and it produces by the process of anaerobic respiration. Okay, produces what? Lactic acid. In place of ethanol, it produces lactic acid, and rest will remains in carbon dioxide and ATP. And one more thing, ATP here produces only 2 ATP. In case of here also 2 ATP. So very small amount. In case of aerobic respiration, we have seen 38 ATP molecules. Anaerobic respiration, only 2 ATP molecules are produced. Now bacteria produces lactic acid, which helps in converting the milk into curd. Okay, so this is what the difference, the equation we understood, the aerobic and anaerobic respiration. So now let us see. I hope you understood this, the products and the utilization. Okay, now let us see what is the difference between the photosynthesis and respiration basically. Okay, in plants also we see the respiration that happens. Okay, now in photosynthesis what we see? Let us see the photosynthesis, where carbon dioxide is inhaled by the plant, oxygen is released, and what produced in between? C6H12O6, the glucose is produced, the food, photosynthesis. Okay, now in respiration in plants what happened? In respiration or in case of other animals, they inhale oxygen and they release out CO2, and in between what happens? This glucose, which is broken down here with the help of oxygen, okay, and it produced energy ATP, which is utilized. So this is what the difference. In photosynthesis food is produced, in respiration the food is broken down to get the energy, and this is the difference in the exchange of gases. In photosynthesis carbon dioxide is inhaled, oxygen is diffused out. In respiration oxygen is taken, carbon dioxide is diffused out. Now one more thing you have to remember, that normally we know that in case of plants we have a common idea that plants only taking carbon dioxide release oxygen, but it's not like that. Plants also respire. Okay, photosynthesis takes place in plants only during daytime. So whatever happens during daytime only in case of this. In respiration that takes place 24 hours in plants. Okay, so respiration is important. Every living organism, okay, takes in oxygen for the living. Okay, that takes place 24 hours in plants. Only photosynthesis that takes place during the daytime. So this exchange that takes place only during daytime, remember. Otherwise 24 hours this is happening. Okay, so I hope you understood this topic. If you have any doubt and all, okay, we will discuss in our live class. Please make a note out of it, whatever I have discussed in the video, which is going to help you a lot. Okay, thank you so much.